Hey y'all, what's going on? Greg F, and let's see on Instagram G4 Rockstar ROKKSTAR. How you doing?
Okay. I had an icebreaker for you.
Hit me.
I ain't tell you this.
Okay.
Top 5 karaoke songs. Go.
Ooh, Usher Burn, Fantasia, When I See You. Let's see, number 3, End of the Road, Boys to Men.
Okay.
Number 4, for some reason, chicks always like Toni Braxton. So whatever Toni Braxton song, put that in there for number 4. And number 5, you gotta do Poison to get motherfuckers up. And for just for honorable mention
Razzle Dazzle.
because you know the other side might be listening, but for one of their songs, what's that? How that shit go?
Don't Stop Believing.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. See? There it is.
That's my shit, yeah.
Top 5 plus 1. Boom.
Okay, hold on. I got so many questions from that. Any Toni Braxton song?
No, not any. I don't listen to her enough.
Just another sad love song?
No, that's too sad.
Okay,
It's like,
I'm about to say.
It's shit.
7 whole days might have me ready to fight.
From you?
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, what the?
7 whole nights.
Shit. I cannot think of the name of it.
Unbreak My Heart.
No, that's way too sad. When you at karaoke, you getting drunk and shit.
And that is why I had a question about that. Any Toni Braxton song?
Yeah, okay. Not any Toni Braxton song. It's not Man Enough for Me or some shit like that.
He wasn't man enough for me. It's pretty good.
There you go.
Because she got range with that one.
We gonna put that one in there.
Okay.
Because the singers think they can sing on it and they come with the. There you go.
Yeah, right. with the voice. Yes. I knew that would really surprise you. So Greg is karaoke king.
Nah.
I actually might title this Karaoke King. You kill karaoke Tuesday every Tuesday night at the spot.
Nah. You pigeonholing me. So, not that I'm a karaoke king. It's that my personality is I can go in a room and I can make friends in an empty room. It's crazy as that shit sounds.
I'm telling you are a karaoke king. You know every word. You grab the mic. The DJ is waiting for you. It's like when you walk in slow motion, and then they hand you the mic. Like one time, me and Jessica was totally ready for our song. We was gonna do WAP. I was gonna be Cardi B. She was gonna be Megan.
Yeah.
But you walked in and they just were like, sit down. Greg is here. Greg is in the building.
Nah, I mean, actually, so one of the things that helps me out is coming up. So I tell people I got a couple fathers. Not that my mama ain't no hoe. I just got, I got men that raised me right or whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
So my dad, so I'm from Chicago. So my dad, house music, hip hop, 70s stuff.
Okay.
My mom like disco.
Okay.
My stepfather, bonus dad, ain't no step in our family. But
Okay.
he listened to, like Doobie Brothers, this, that, and the third. So getting all that in as I listen to music or whatnot. When I grew up, I inhaled all of it or whatnot.
Okay.
And then I DJ as a...
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what that
So
came
you know
from.
all the words of almost every song. Because even when I think I know all the words, because in my car, you can't tell me I'm not this artist.
Oh, shit.
But at karaoke, so we did a song together and I was totally drunk. We did,
What do we do?
Chicken Head.
Woo, woo, chicken. Boy, please.
And listen, I just knew I was LaChat until she got to the end part, and I'm just like, wow, what did she say? And everybody's looking at me, and I'm just like, And you took the mic from me. You finished. He's like, girl, you fucking up my song. Give me this microphone.
Oh man, yeah, nah, man. I think I just like having fun, man. Like one thing I always tell folks is whenever we drinking, like if I come up to you and we got shots, and like two things, we always got to drink something. If you don't drink the something, it's bad luck. But
Okay.
two of the things I always say, one is may the rest of your days be the best of your days, and two, find joy in the journey. So
Wow.
me saying those two things, it's like
Over
if
and over
I'm,
again.
yeah, if I'm at a karaoke spot, you know, a motherfucker sitting down, like I was cracking up with Jay one day. You know, Jay hates me for my rendition of Fantasia, and I said, hey, if ain't nobody gonna get up, y'all gonna get these notes. I don't give a fuck how they come out, but y'all gonna get these motherfucking notes.
We gonna have fun.
Yeah, so yeah, it's about fun, man.
So let me ask you this: like the club culture has changed, right? And so how old are you?
I am 43 years old.
Okay, so you've witnessed the old Atlanta, you've witnessed the dancing, and you've also witnessed the cool contest where, you know, let's all buy bottles and stare at each other and invite the baddest bitches that's gonna always also stare at the other women in the club. Everyone's staring at each other.
Yep.
So that's why I enjoy karaoke night, because it's like we're really having fun. We may not have a dance floor, but we're really enjoying each other and letting loose, having these shots of tequila, and it's just fun. It's reminiscent of a real club.
Exactly. Yeah. Speaking of, so I got to Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta on and off since 1997.
Okay.
Actually, the first time I was here was 96. So I did get old Atlanta, and I got Transition Atlanta, then I got BMF Atlanta, all the way to New Atlanta. So, favorite time was BMF Atlanta, because that was a fucking movie.
They invented the, you know, make it rain.
All of that. That's when they had Tigers at Compound and all that stuff. So that was, I would say that was the best time with like Club Vision and all that. But like you said, the one thing that disappoints me with New Atlanta is it's like if I don't take a picture, then was I really here? And it's like y'all don't realize, like when we were coming up or whatnot, it was, nigga, I could go to the club in fucking jogging pants and a t-shirt or whatnot, and you know we throwing bowls.
You
come out sweating.
It's
you
a lot of questionable things that happen.
You getting in your car and you like, oh, we about to get stuck on Peachtree. See what else is lit, you know.
So I'm a part of that too. I'm not the take a picture to show that I was here though. But I was back in the old Atlanta with my camera like this, like one of them old cameras. I was the friend taking pictures. Because picture me living. So I enjoy taking pictures. But there was some things that, you know, there are pictures that I have that would never go on social media. So let's be very clear. Like I still live in the moment.
Oh yeah.
But I get it. There is a difference. There are girls showing up in the outfit just to take the picture, just to say that they were there tonight.
But honestly, even with that being said, I think with everything there's a shift, because as we're still sitting in the, if I don't take a picture, it didn't happen. A lot of motherfuckers just get tired of that and just like, yo, I just want to go somewhere and let loose. We go to, you see me walk in, you know, like you said, ain't no dance floor, but I remember one time it was like, Greg, get off the furniture. You know, like
sit down.
Yeah, like I literally, I'm standing on one of their booths and I'm thinking I'm H-Town or some shit. And they like, yo, Greg, chill out. This ain't that restaurant. And I'm like, oh, my bad.
We're gonna make a dance floor. That's how Fan and Feathers is for me. Like, it's no dance floor at all, but I know we're gonna have a good time in this little bitty bar. We're gonna have a good time.
That's all that matters, man. As long as you find joy in the journey, I'm telling you, when you walk away from this, if you wake up and you say, I don't know what's gonna happen today, but in all things I'm gonna find joy.
That's all that matters.
There it is.
Yeah.
We only got one time around this thing, unless you like Buddhist or believe in reincarnation. But then you might come back as like
I slick do believe in reincarnation, but I don't.
You might come back as a frog or a fly, and then
I'm not
your
gonna
life is
enjoy
real short.
this right here. Like I slick feel like I want to have a guest where I talk about stuff like this too, like silly shit. Not necessarily silly to some people, but like conspiracy theories and reincarnation. So like I feel like in the 70s, I was a bass guitarist, and I did a lot of cocaine. and I lived the fuck out of my life. I partied the whole 70s.
So you want to know what's crazy about you saying that? What? Literally, when I was coming up, I would always have reoccurring dreams about the 20s. I'm talking like roaring 20s, like zoot suits and all that shit.
I believe in that.
Yeah, and it was like, it was so vivid that it would just be like, I had to be here before. Like, like reincarnation ain't part of our religion or part of Christianity or whatnot, but I'm still sitting there like, yo, my spirit had to be here before because that's too vivid. Yeah. You know, I'm thinking like cobblestone streets and like, I don't know if you remember the old Janet Jackson video. It's like, all right with me. That video. But it literally was like that picture in my mind in dreams. And it was just like, had to be here before.
Wow.
So, yeah. So, it's funny you said that.
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm so serious about that. 70s bass guitars. I know exactly what I was doing. Table full of cocaine.
Oh, you was getting pussy.
Boy, wasn't Boy, I wasn't playing with it. I'm telling you.
Ooh, Rick James came over to you. He said, shit, Tracy Reach.
Yes.
Get some pussy.
Yeah. So, I was definitely, that's where I was in my past life.
I feel you.
Okay, so, what do you do for a living?
Alright, so I'm actually in cybersecurity. I've been in the cybersecurity field for the past 12 years maybe. Started off as customer support, went to sales, then went to operations, and then now I'm back to just account management. So cybersecurity is the 9 to 5 and gives me the health benefits. Yeah. And DJing is the hobby that pays me. So
okay.
I do both of those.
Feels your soul too.
Yeah. So trying to pick up one more thing or whatnot, you know, just to fund my Delta trips because clearly I do not follow all the Instagram posts where it's like, do this, get 500,000 sky miles. So I need to do something to fund my trips.
Well,
you know?
We've tried to do the podcast before and you've been traveling, so you travel a lot. You travel more than the average person. That
recently just started. And,
okay.
Excuse me.
So when's your next trip?
What's today? Tuesday? Thursday?
To where? To where?
Going to Cabo.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I love Cabo.
So it started off late for me. And the reason I say it started off late for me, full disclosure, you know, I got 4 kids, pull-out games, weak as fuck, you know. Wow. But 4 beautiful children, you know. My oldest is 28, youngest is 17. Okay. He's about to be 18. But in that time, you know, did a little marriage, did a little divorce or whatnot. But in that time, it was raising a family. So it was a family of 6, you know, 7 if you include the mother-in-law. Okay. So within that span of time, it was just, I never got a chance to get out as much as I wanted to. I didn't have any regrets, but I always had it in my mind, like, I want to do this, I want to do this,
and you had to put it off.
Yeah, I had to put it off, and, you know, just real talk, because everybody on the gram is millionaires. I wasn't a fucking millionaire, you know? Yeah. So, you know, so literally it's, let me just raise these kids, you know, raise them to be good people or whatnot. Let's make sure it's always a roof over the head. But with that being said, a lot of stuff got cut out. Some of that stuff that got cut out was travel. So once the separation and the divorce came, it was just like, nigga, your youngest child is 17, you're 40 years old. You know, I call it, if somebody asks me my age now, I'll be like, I'm 40 me. Because like right now I get to be real selfish with my time, real selfish with just all the things that I didn't do. I've been to like Dubai, everybody been to Cancun, been to London, been to the regular shit in the US, but that was from the college years or whatnot. But now I'm literally just on a mission I'm not on a mission to like find myself or anything like that. No existential shit like that. But it's literally like, okay, I'm enjoying myself. I make good money. Then I get to spoil myself, you know? So like on the docket for this year, I just came back from South America.
Okay.
Cartagena.
I'm watching a lot of Locked Up Abroad right now, and South America, boy.
And it's fun. You'll be okay. It's alright.
I mean, I've gone to South America, and I'm gonna go back. It's just that I'm watching so much Locked Up Abroad. It's like, please double check your suitcase before you.
Yeah. Just don't stuff nothing in your titties and double check your suitcase, and you'll be alright. If you're gonna do anything, do it while you're there. Just don't bring it on the plane.
Yeah.
Perfect. But yeah, like so.
So
like,
what's your favorite trip? I guess.
Real talk. I had 2 favorite trips.
Okay.
And if those 2 people see this shit, they're gonna be like, oh, that nigga talking about me.
Please send it to them. We need everybody to leave a review.
My 2 favorite trips, one was to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And the other was, no bullshit, Panama City Beach. And not because of Panama City Beach, low key.
That's one of the best beaches. Like Destin, that whole strip right there.
I was about to say, like, if you
the sand is so soft.
You take the right picture, you'd be like, are you still in the United States?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, actually I am.
It's one of the best beaches.
Yeah, so those literally were 2 of my best trips, and it wasn't. But I mean, the environment was great, but it's because of the company that I kept within the trip. So those are 2 of the best, and now I'm just trying to get it in.
Yeah.
Get more trips. Turn up. Let's go. Get it.
So you said something profound though that I don't want to skip over. You said you put off, and mind you, 4 kids. That's a lot. I'm at my cusp of financial obligatory purchases with 1 kid. 4, I probably would not have went to Africa early this year. 1 is enough. Especially we lost our bags in Africa. I had to buy clothes for myself and mainly him. Like, I can't imagine 4 suitcases getting lost. But anyway, that's kind of what I preach here. Like, I have a priority of traveling, right?
Okay.
Like, transparency. My HVAC downstairs didn't get fixed last summer. It's probably not going to get fixed this summer. But my ass is going to be out on somebody beach.
You said it's hot in my house. Let me go to the beach.
Yeah. If I'm going to be hot, I'm going to be hot at the beach. But I just prioritize travel a little bit different because everybody not blessed to make it to 43.
Mm-hmm.
So, if I put it off, now you are blessed, obviously, and you're enjoying life. But what if I'm not, and I put all of that off, and I didn't get to enjoy my time up to this point?
You're absolutely right.
And so that's how I think of stuff like that. Like, how can I fit in something, even if it's not like a trip to Dubai? Where can I drive real quick? You just said Panama was your
one of my
favorite beaches. Like, we can drive there in 5 hours.
Yeah. So, and going off what you said, 1. Please be fiscally responsible. Don't
listen to me.
but to still listen to you. The other thing I used to always
financial advisor.
Fuck that. With that being said, 1, you're gonna die owing somebody, so that shit don't matter. 2, one thing I would always tell people when they're trying to make decisions or whatnot, I said, no great story begins with this one time when I was at work. So with you, no great story is gonna be, this one time when I went to get my HVAC fixed. No great story is gonna begin like that. So,
like during the summer, I don't really have company anyway, and we come sit upstairs. My podcast room is upstairs. I don't really, and it'll get fixed. That's the thing. I've owned a home before. I'm gonna own a home again. So that's gonna come and go, but this flight deal to Portugal is probably not gonna last.
And then let me tell you the other great thing about that. See, everything is about our network or whatnot. Me and you, we're cool, we chill. We see each other at the bar, we chill, high five, what's up, get a drink, keep it moving. What you don't know, my homeboy does HVAC, and this nigga,
homeboy.
Yeah, like dead ass, like he's good with it or whatnot. He be like, yo, Greg, send me references.
And you know what the thing is? I need people that are honest, especially as a single mom. People will come in here and diagnose with HVAC, and once I realized that, once I was like $2,000 into that, I was like, you know what? It's not gonna get fixed. Not this summer, not next summer. Because people will come in and be like, oh, she here by herself, so I'm just gonna patch this up.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna come back because she gonna call me back in 2 weeks because it's gonna break in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So if you recommend somebody, they're gonna treat
now my words on it. Now it's like nigga, you my boy, like that's my folks right there. Like nigga, don't treat her like you gonna treat everybody else or whatnot. I understand you in it to make money, but like this my people's. He gonna be like,
actually come fix it.
Yeah, he be like, all right, let me tell you, this is what's wrong. I can do a quick patch and then it'll last you 3 months, or I can fix it. So I definitely slide that to you. You know.
So what's your worst travel experience?
Worst travel experience. One time I was driving up to Chicago for Christmas, and there was two worst travel experiences.
Okay.
One time I was driving up to Chicago for Christmas, and this is when my third child, my Kennedy, that's my goon. If ever y'all go on my Instagram, y'all gonna see. So my 4 kids, I got the King, that's my oldest. My Ace, that's my first girl. My goon, that's like my twin. She's like me with long hair. She's up at Tennessee State now. And then I got my heir, which is my little guy at Westlake or whatnot. But Goon was,
that's so cute.
Yeah, Goon was just born. So we driving up Chicago, snowstorm, whatnot, yada, yada, yada. In Tennessee, like this is when like all the roads is iced. And I'm in I rented like a Durango or some shit, I forget. But driving, and I done made that trip 100 times before.
Yeah.
But this time, we're doing like 30 miles an hour max all the way up there. Hit an ice patch, spun out.
Wow.
Boom. Fell it. Went into a ditch or whatnot. And the reason I remember it, Kennedy was laughing because she's in her car seat. She's like, I'm like just laughing and shit. Me and her mom just sitting there like, yo, we're sitting in this ditch in a fucking snowstorm with kids in the car, like what the hell? So it made it the worst because that was a 24-hour trip to get to Chicago, which usually, if I'm driving, it usually takes 10 to 12 hours at most.
So twice the amount of time.
Twice the amount.
And you ended up in a ditch.
Yeah. And, back then, like, I was a young renter, so, like, all that shit's on your credit and all that. And I'm just like, nigga, just get us out this ditch. Just keep us moving. Family was like, just get a hotel. And I'm like, I don't want a hotel in Tennessee. I want to go home. Yeah. So that was one of the worst ones. And I think ice just made them the worst because, like, the second one that was the worst, I didn't go anywhere. I was coming from work when we had Snowmageddon in February of 2014, and it took me 10 hours. It took me 10 hours because I was working in Alpharetta.
What?
And, so left the job, got on the expressway, thinking I'm going to find a shortcut. I ended up on Northside Drive. I went down this hill, and I went up the other side. There was a car blocking, so I backed down the hill, turned my car around, tried to go back up the way I came, lost my traction. All of a sudden, you hear this little white girl screaming like, "Oh God, Daddy, no!" So I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm about to hit somebody. This is the worst. I should have stayed at work. Should have stayed my ass at home. I don't know what's going on." And so my car was just sliding back. She's screaming, and luckily my car was going so slow and it was on some ice that her dad was just back at the back of my car. And he just pushed my car over to the side.
Really?
Yeah, he pushed it over. So now I'm thinking like, all right, I'm stuck at the bottom of this hill. I got a bottle of tequila in the trunk, and I got like a quarter tank of gas. So I'm gonna let my car run, turn it off, so I don't freeze to death, and I'm gonna drink this tequila and stay warm. And ended up. Yeah, I had a plan. I didn't like it, but I had a plan. So started drinking tequila or whatnot, and his wife comes outside and is like, "Well, you can't stay in the car." And I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" And I'm from up north, so like we're looking at everybody who's like, "Yo, what the fuck is you on?" Yeah, right. What the fuck is you on? Like they literally let me, and I'll never forget them. Their name was they're the Law family. It was Ty Law and somebody else, but they let me in the house. Their little daughter whittled some little bracelet for me, like, "Hi, I made this." And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
After you almost killed her.
Yeah, I know. After I almost killed her dad and everything. So, like, I mean, the end of it wasn't the worst because spent the night at their house, finally got pulled up the hill. Somebody came through with a Jeep, pulled my car up the hill, made it back to the south side, and I was stopped at Waffle House because Waffle House was open.
Of course,
I was like, I
yeah.
need some food.
And Waffle House was open.
Hey, I stopped at
Yeah.
Waffle House, then made it home. So yeah, my 2 worst trips had to deal with snow, and I was like, fuck,
Okay.
yeah. But
Interesting.
nothing out of town was bad. Like I said, I take everything with a grain of salt,
Yeah.
man. Like I'm real easygoing and chill. It's like the worst somebody can tell me
No,
is
that's
no.
people are really up in arms right now, like on TikTok about girls trips to Miami, and it's a lot of trips where girls obviously go down there. Their friend is broke, or they meeting up with somebody new, content creator or whatever. And I'm sharing these videos because I obviously want to talk about it on my travel podcast. But my friends are like, why would you meet someone new, and why would you, you could tell when someone's vibe is off when a friend brings one of their friends that you don't know. And I was like, look, none of that matters. We're here to split this Airbnb. First of all, I'm trying to save some money. Second of all, if the vibe is off, I can go do my own thing. I'm going to make the best out of this trip. Regardless of anything, I'm paying my hard-earned money that I go to work for to enjoy myself. I'm not paying my money to be miserable and argue with anybody. So I can remove myself, come back, stay in this Airbnb. That's it. I'm going to find the best out of every trip.
You got to, man. You got
Every
to.
trip.
Like I said, man, you only get one time around this thing. Like we don't know what the other side look like, but while we're on this side right here, right now, instead of me sitting, it takes me too much energy to be mad and upset. Like, not saying it's not. It's a very valid emotion. If you don't use that emotion, you'll bottle it up and go crazy.
No, you got to feel all your emotions.
Feel it, go through it, but then at the end of it, just kind of be like,
just don't sit in it too long. Like, get through it.
Exactly. And if I'm on somebody's beach or somewhere where I can't understand the language unless I pull up Google Translate, then I'm going to have fun doing that. Instead of being like, this motherfucker came with no fucking money. Well, fuck it. They came with no money.
They came with no money. Okay, we here now.
Yeah, we here.
What kind of liquor you want?
Yeah, is it going to hurt me? No. I could sit here and be mad, or I could learn a lesson. The other thing I always say is, like, I call everything, and it's going to end up being another tattoo, but I call everything wins and lessons. There's no losses, just wins and lessons. That being said,
I like that a lot.
That being said, no matter the cost, if it's not a win, then it's just a lesson. So if the cost of the lesson was this motherfucker ain't paid their way, well, what's the lesson in my head?
I'm probably not traveling with them no more. That's
there it
it
is. Yeah,
it's that simple.
All right, you got it. But
why am I finna be mad right now in this moment? I'm on a beach.
Exactly. See,
I'm on vacation.
We there.
Right?
We there. See?
Yeah.
Look at this. Who would have thought?
I'm gonna have fun.
Exactly.
Whether anybody else like it or not, whether I could be mad, but I'm gonna have fun. We're gonna have fun, goddamn it. If I gotta curse everybody out, we're gonna have fun.
Exactly, man. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some kids topics because you got 4 of them.
Oh shit, 4 of them, no more of them.
Help me, give me some advice for the teenage years because I'm about sick of this shit. And just the teenage attitude just started.
So first off,
did you see the video I made about my refrigerator?
I didn't. What happened? What?
My son came and took my refrigerator without asking and put it in his room. I'm here trying to record a podcast. I'm like, wait, I go in his room. He got the whole refrigerator talking about I don't use it. It don't matter. It's mine. I got one little bitty bottle in there. It don't matter. It's my refrigerator. If I don't want to use it.
Well, honestly, everything here is yours.
Everything.
Like, you the chief cook and bottle washer. So with kids, first off, I must say that my child's mother, one, I would never call her a baby mama because I think that's disrespectful or whatnot. But my child's mother, excellent job.
You want some Sprite?
Yeah, I'll take
a
little swig. But yeah, so we definitely couldn't do that without each other or whatnot. So
the teenage years?
Yeah, any of the years. So like, one, you have to have a great partner. If you got a great partner, the shit gets exponentially easier.
Okay.
I can't speak to it from the side of a woman or whatnot, but I can speak to it from my side and knowing that I literally had a great partner. And even in our divorce, we're still friends.
Yeah.
And like one thing that we would say, like even when we were still, because we got divorced, we got separated 2020, divorced in like 2021 or whatnot.
Okay.
But even in a divorce, what we would tell our kids is that, like, you know, we might not have made it, but we still your parents, and we
cute.
a team. So like, so
yeah.
we had that connection. So with that connection, that makes everything exponentially easier. That being said, she was the as a team. I won't say I'm the disciplinarian.
She's a good cop and you're the bad cop.
Yeah, because it's like, all right, now let me tell your father. Like, it's funny because you gotta figure out your kids' personalities. Like, some kids could take a whooping and keep it moving. Other kids, they're more hurt in the fact they disappointed you. Mm-hmm. And once you figure that out about your children or whatnot, then you work with them.
Yeah, with my son, when he was smaller, the whole whooping phase, I didn't have to do that. Like, all I had to do was bring out, you want me to go get my belt? He'll straighten up and he'll just go do it. But it's kids that actually need the ass whoop. But my kid wasn't one of them.
My little girl, my oldest girl and my youngest boy, they'd take a lick and keep on moving like yeah, all right, let's do the whooping and get this shit over with. Like, and you'd be like, all right, something else gotta happen.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. So,
cause like now, it's the phone. If I threaten to take the phone, it's just the end of the world, catastrophe, the controller, end of the world, whatever. But if I be like, you in trouble, or he don't care. It's not, you know.
And I had my kids young, like super fucking young or whatnot. So
28-year-old.
Yeah, honestly,
I can't even do the math with that.
He grew up with me. He literally grew up with me. So it was like the reason I say he's the king, or like he's, and not like when strippers be like, he's my king, blah blah blah. I ain't saying it like that. Nothing wrong with strippers. I love strippers.
I'm about to get to that in a second.
I love strippers. Nothing wrong with that. But not calling him a king and like he's the king, but just like knowing that me and him, we literally grew up together. Like one of the things that I tried not to do was I tried not to be a hypocrite. Like, it's so funny because I would always think in the back of my mind, I would be like, my kids can never do more than what I did, because I'm looking at them grow up and like they had already passed benchmarks where it was like, yo, by this age I was already doing X, Y, and Z. And I'm like, they didn't do that? I'm like, when? And since none of them made me a grandpa, like, sad to say, one of my main goals was like, please don't make me a grandpa before I'm 40.
That is a huge goal.
As soon as I made it to 40, and I'm like, oh, I'm still sitting here.
Because I'm dropping off, I'm the date chauffeur, and that's the whole thing I was thinking about in the car was, damn, this could happen any second. It bet not.
Hey, you know what? The only thing you got to lean on at that point is you hope that the lessons you instilled in them, you hope they take it to heart or whatnot. Yeah. But at the end of the day, like, the other thing I told my children, I don't care where you go, as long as I'm alive and I got breath in my lungs, this is home. So you can go out out into the world, you can fall flat on your face, but you ain't gonna fall flat on your face and be homeless. Yeah. You ain't gonna fall flat on your face and have nowhere to go. So like I said, my ex let me keep the house in a divorce or whatnot. You know, it's a 5-bedroom house. I ain't got room for vagrants and no shit like that, but I definitely will always have room for, no matter where my children go.
Your babies.
If they need to be like, yo, I gotta come back here and regroup. Like, and for blacks, you know.
Oh, I'm not putting my son out at 18.
Thank you.
I'm not doing that.
Thank you.
I'm not doing
I hate hearing that.
And I don't understand. I understand where it came from, because the slave mentality and, you know, Jim Crow, and then all of a sudden overnight we're expected to live a certain way with no lessons on credit, They didn't teach our grandparents shit. They didn't teach our grandparents mental health, none of that shit.
Yep.
So, you know, that happened. It's like, I don't know what to do, but you need to be an adult, because I had to be an adult real fast. And I'm in the same spot.
2, and we got the camera back in the same spot.
Purple wall.
Purple wall
in a big house on a big hill.
Shawty, we in the trap. Don't believe us, Shawty.
Don't do that. We gentrifying over here. We is gentrifying over here. I like that I'm buying back my block. So like if you're not a listener to the podcast, my mom, she don't even know where I live, and she live in the West End. She has been in the streets for 35 years, on and off drugs. Mainly it's alcohol. Okay. And it's not her, it's the people that she would bring around. So that's why she don't know where I live. But because that neighborhood took, you know, her life, I feel like I'm gonna buy back the block as little as I can.
Nice.
Instead of letting them do it.
That being said, like, so how does addiction make you operate when? Cause like addiction made me, I ain't gonna say it made me shy away from everything or whatnot, but like knowing that I saw addiction in my family and knowing how like alcoholism for one thing would make me be like, all right, I gotta watch my intake. Like I know I'm drinking tequila right now, but
my God,
there have been days where I just be like,
there are times that the next day I think that I'm my mom. There are times that I'm so hard on myself the next day. And then the other dark side of that, there are times where I realize everyone around me, it be some friends that, and they've cleansed themselves. They're not around me now, but 2 to 3 people to be exact that I can think of, that when they were sober, I realized that they were going through withdrawal. I know the signs of withdrawal. And I'm like, I can't even have a conversation with you. You're angry on Tuesday morning at 11:37 a.m. Why are you angry? Why are you angry?
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, and also another dark side, I attract people that are broken. And it took me years to really admit that. But, and there's not really a fix for that. That's just the life that, you know, this reincarnation life that we were just talking about. This is the life that I have right now. So
you want to know what's funny about that? One thing that's funny about that is, so I go to therapy. Therapy is great. Everyone should have a therapist on speed dial. So
hopefully I have my therapist on the podcast one day.
It is no longer taboo. I love my therapist. I be going over off Columbia Road or Columbia Drive over in Decatur on the east side, and I visit him religiously. That's my guy right there. But one thing that he taught me in listening to what you said is when we attract certain people, sometimes we are attracting what we saw in ourselves or what we were missing from ourselves. So if we understand that more, we're able to change the trajectory of it. Like so for me, for example, like I said, I'm very friendly, very open. You know, I never met an enemy. If it is an enemy, then I just put them as an acquaintance. Like, oh yeah, I know of such and such. Yeah. But like, it got to a point where you'd hear some of my friends be like, oh, that's my Greggy, you know, this, that, and third. Yeah. So it's kind of like they take ownership of me. And he asked me, he said, why do you think they take ownership of you? And I tried to think of it like objectively, and I was just kind of like, maybe because I'm super nice, I don't know. He was like, no, it's actually you taking ownership of them. He was like, it's you grabbing on to whatever I felt like I was missing as I was growing up. So like me, other truth about me or whatnot, abandonment issues. If a motherfucker leave me, I don't go crazy.
Huge abandonment trauma.
Yeah.
Like when people flake on me or change their mind.
Oh my God.
I have to stop myself from entering a depression. Like I have to literally, now I know how to address it, and I will make different plans immediately. Because, and I have habitual flakers too. So when I know that I make plans with them, I make other plans just in case they flake, because they have no idea how hard that hurts me internally. Like,
we don't show it.
Oh my God, like it's terrible. Like, so I have to immediately make other plans.
I totally understand it, and it's terrible because we don't show it, because we are always brought up to, if we show weakness, then if we show vulnerability, then it's a weakness or whatnot, and so we don't show it to them.
It's such a severe issue that we had to deal with as children every day.
Mm-hmm.
So you just have a high tolerance. Your cup is full. You're very strong at 12 years old. Like, you're a very strong individual, and then you just get stronger and stronger. So you don't bring up what you think is petty in the moment, but in actuality, it's killing you on the inside. Now that flaking shit, it hit me.
Y'all pass a collection plate, because she done said a word right here.
No, you said something with the how your therapist said the Greggy thing, right? That was me for a while. And when I started changing was right before I got a therapist. This is when I said I need to get a therapist, because I'm becoming self-aware. So 2018, about 2020, I got a therapist in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
But 2018, I started making subtle changes where it's kind of me, and it's about me, and it's me being more self-aware. I couldn't vocalize what you just said, though. And so I started noticing stuff like that, and I'm like, why you saying you love me? I don't know you like that. And so I started kind of losing people around into 2019 until about 2021. I started losing people because of that. I released that ownership. Like, those are just words. I'm going to separate myself from that because, But now my therapist said something similar to that, so we're on the same page.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
look out!
We're on the same page. But I just learned something about you. That's dope.
What's
you
that?
made it through.
Oh yeah. Hey man, the other thing, if you look at my Hinge profile, it'll say, I know, right? Keep learning shit. My Hinge profile, one of the things that gets a whole bunch of hits, and I promise you, I don't do it for pussy, y'all. I do not do this for pussy.
Okay, what is it?
Like, I just do it because, the two things I struggle with is being too far open and too far closed. So I'm like trying to find a comfortable medium.
Yeah.
In saying that, one of the things on my Hinge profile is healing is a continual process. No one is ever fully healed. So
ever.
So in saying that, like,
that comes with a lot of pussy. That's what you did it for. That's what you did it for.
No.
I get it. Because it's never ending.
Right.
It's never ending.
Yeah, the only thing you can hope for is that I am healed to a point where when I do meet you, I'm not projecting my traumas on you. So, like I said, I'm never giving you $5. Like, if I saw, like, you didn't have $5 in your pocket for the coffee, and I'm giving you $5, I have no problem with it. I got $5, I give it to you.
Okay.
If this is the exact same situation where I walk up to you, Greg, give me $5. Well, and it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like,
right.
I still have the exact same $5. I still won't hurt me one bit or whatnot.
Right.
But if it's being taken from me, that's when
you're expecting it.
Yeah.
And this 5 is going to turn into 10.
Mm-hmm.
10 is going to turn into 20.
Yeah. So
I don't mind giving 5 from my heart. But
right.
You're asking for it, and this is just, I get it, it's just an example.
Mm-hmm.
So people aren't doing that literally, they're doing it figuratively.
Right.
So they're coming around taking $5 worth of your energy.
Mm-hmm.
Then they come in taking $10 worth of your energy.
Mm-hmm.
$20 worth of your energy.
And then the moment that you say no, now you're the bad person.
You're the bad guy. Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm just, and I don't want to say protecting my peace. That's one of those TikTok terms. No, it's not me protecting my peace. It's me. The other thing that I've learned is I can't pour from an empty cup. So
there you go.
If I'm trying to pour from an empty cup, one, I'm not gonna be good enough for you because I'm pouring from an empty cup, and I'm also depleting from me, which isn't gonna do me any good after you leave my presence. So Yeah, so no is very, very powerful. And
Man.
I'm learning that no is very, very powerful.
Learning how to say no. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No with love. No with love. Because a lot of people think, oh, damn, you tell, no, it's not that. It's just,
Yeah.
like, I wish you well. I wish
Yeah,
you love.
I ain't got it right now.
Yeah. It's just, it's not in me. It's not going to happen right now. Yep.
So let's go back to the lighter topic because you said something. You said strippers say, this is my king. I sent you my tweet today. I sent you my tweet on Twitter. I said, because somebody, you know, Twitter and Instagram, TikTok is triggering.
Mm-hmm.
And triggering doesn't have to be, thank you. Mm-hmm. Triggering doesn't have to be negative. It could just bring out very great podcast conversation that, you know, could touch other single moms, whatever.
Right.
So somebody said something about cutting grass. And I was like, man, because my grass need to be cut. Whenever I bring up cutting grass, and I like to bring up awkward shit, specifically to guys that want to talk to me. I like to bring up shit that I know men don't enjoy doing. Because it needs to be done. Right. Oh, you got a teenage son, he could do it. And it's like, okay, but if I was to post my son is my king, my son is my world, y'all be like, oh, she doing too much. She doing nah, that's not my son's job. I mean it is to an extent. But why would I date a man to come into my house and watch my son cut grass?
I don't, and just to expound off that, I don't feel like your son should be the man of the house. Your son should be a man in the house.
Wow.
Whatever.
He should be a son.
Yeah,
right?
he should let him enjoy. Like, why are we in such a rush to put responsibilities? That's why, even as I said, like, strippers like, yo, that's my king, that's my world. I still would feel a way about that because stop giving your son all those responsibilities. Yeah. Not saying you should go out and look for a man to be the replacement or this, that, and the third, but let a kid be a kid. Let him grow on his own. Let him mature on his own. If at a certain point he says, oh, mom, let me help you with that, fuck it. Let him help you with it, but not...
I do believe that he should be learning how to do it.
Oh,
but
definitely.
I don't believe that a man should be saying to me, you have a teenage son, why can't he do it?
Hey, you know what? That's a good way to weed him out.
Golly.
That's a good way to weed him out because even with me, So that should be a first date question. Like, how do you feel about cutting the grass while I have a teenage son? So here's the funny part. With me, if I'm pursuing you and I'm like, man, I like her, I'm pursuing her, I'm liking her vibe, whatever, and she hits me with some random, nigga, I need my grass cut, whatever. Like, and every guy's different. Some guys will take that as an offense. Yo. I take it as an opportunity. So I'm just gonna say I'm gonna do what I do at my house. Yeah. I have a nigga that come out and cut my grass. If I like literally
free game.
Yeah. If I
free game for men out there.
If I want to get out there, now I've grown up. I'm not ducking a hard day's labor or whatnot, but I've made it to a point in my life where my time is worth this. So if I want my time back, I'll pay somebody to come do it. So if my grass cutting guy, L Dog, he's on Instagram. And he'll probably love this once he hears it.
His Instagram.
Yeah. So
I need it.
So
you gotta see the backyard, you'll see what I'm talking about.
If I'm sitting here like I'm trying to get at you, like, Greg, I need my grass cut. I'm not looking at you like you just looking to get something out of me. I'm looking at you like, oh, word, cool. Yeah. Well, you know, if we blow hookah one day, maybe I feel like doing it. But if I don't feel like doing it, let me put you in touch with my homeboy. Yeah. And then at that point, if I feel like, you know, it ain't even tricking, like, because I know how much he charges to cut grass. I'll be like, if I feel like doing that to you just to show you that I am interested, then, hey, man, go cut up grass real quick.
Well, a few things about that. Cutting grass is a free date, essentially. That's how I look at it. And I don't give out too many free dates. I mean, I have to get to know you. So cutting grass is an easy opportunity to spend time with me for free. I mean, the gas in the can is going to cost maybe $7 to cut the grass.
And that's only because gas is high now.
Yeah, if that. But at the same time, my friend Carolyn and I did a date. We do dating and relationship, like a series on here whenever I go to Miami. And we give out free game every now and then, and that's a part of it. Random stuff like that, like you just said. I know a guy that cuts grass here. This like it's not that much money. Like for real, it's not. I had a yard in Henry County that I think was $80. That was 3 times this size. So I can't even imagine it being like 50 over here.
Right.
Like it's not that much money. And then I live in the hood, so it be niggas riding up and down the street on a lawnmower.
Right,
You just stop them real quick. Hey, $20 real quick.
Like,
You just gotta catch them. But like for that to be the first instinct of a guy to say that, it just always blows my mind. Like,
well, you literally just invented a qualifier for yourself, where it's kind of like,
can you cut my grass?
Yeah. And like literally,
but
if you
the thing about it though, because I've been where Jess worked, we had the same job, so it's nothing for us to call a lawn guy, right?
Right.
So I didn't even think that was a minimum. The bar's in hell, first of all. So I didn't know that was even something. I didn't know until it caught me off guard. Like 6 or 7 people said that just in conversation, like, you got a teenage son. And I'm just like, wow.
You know what it is? It's not even that you have a teenage son. It's more of them. Like, a lot of guys from our generation come up thinking that chicks want something off of us, not realizing that, nigga, like, I got as much as you have, if not more. You know, there are some doors that are closed for you because you're a black man and they're scared of you that are still open for me. Where, like, we have to remove ourselves from the mindset of, oh, she just trying to get something out of me or whatnot, to, all right, let me listen to you. Let me hear what you said about that. Let me dissect it. Instead of me just instantly saying, oh, you got a son to do it. Like,
I think that's what Carolyn and I were saying on the podcast. But, we're women, so we know how to vocalize that. It's a chance to listen and respond, essentially. Yeah. And what's going to be your best response out of that?
Man, yeah, that's literally all it is. Like I said, it's weird as fuck finding joy in that journey. It was a joy in that conversation. Instead of me sitting there, oh, it's a non-qualified, this bitch looking for money, whatever. Ain't no chick looking for money.
Yeah, and it's not that much money.
Yeah, ain't no chick looking for money to get her grass cut.
It's not that much money in
She just looking for, at that point, she's looking for if you're witty enough to circumvent it. If you don't want to do it, how witty are you? And then if you fail both of those tests, then she knows that, all right.
But see, I come from an era of not having tests. So
you said not having tests?
Yeah, like not playing the games, not having tests. Like, let's just get to know each other. But
I feel you. I think we both come from that not having test era, but I think we're jaded. I think a lot of us are jaded. Like one thing that you'll find out is that, and I know this is something with me as well, I have to commit to not bringing in, like, okay, the best way to describe it is when I was teenager, puppy love, oh, this is my girl, it's gonna be forever, blah blah blah. Yeah. I got hurt 2 times. 2 times I got hurt. The 2 times I got hurt turned me into a wolf, and like it turned me into a wolf into the point where I told my daughter when she was going off to college, my first one, I said, baby, there's wolves out there. Your daddy was a wolf. Yeah. Like, your daddy was, fuck them, make them a statistic.
So wait, daughter is the second oldest.
Yep, she's a 24-year-old.
Okay, the 28-year-old
is my son.
Okay.
Yeah, and then my 2 daughters.
Let me ask you this: did you tell him something different that you told her?
Luckily for him, so with my kids, I felt like the best way of raising them is to be honest with them and be honest of who I was and let them make the decision for themselves or whatnot. Okay. So no, I wasn't sitting up there like, yo, son, make sure you go out there, fuck everything, moving, blah, blah, blah. Because I already lived that life. Okay. So instead of me telling them, go do that, it was me saying, this is what I did. Yeah. This is what came about of it. Yeah. Do with that information what you will. If you felt that was the right thing to do, cool. Yeah, cool. But if you felt like, Dad, I could be better than you. that's cool as well. So
that's dope.
yeah, so that's how I looked at it. That's how I look at it when I'm raising.
Because I'm such a feminist, I can't teach my son that side. But at the same time, I'm such a feminist, so I have to teach him, you know, open doors. But watch out for the chicks that's waiting on you to open the door too. They probably gonna be waiting on you, you know, to do this and do that. I tell him like both sides, but I really primarily try to teach him about finances because we so busy teaching kids. This is my biggest lesson that I teach my son. In your 20s, chase the money. You chase the pussy all you want to, but your back and your knees gonna go out in your 30s, and if you broke when that happened, you gonna be like, damn, I wish I chased the money. Ooh. So chase the money. The coochie is gonna come. I promise you. I teach him that in every single way. I know people think that everybody should have a whole phase and all that. No. Listen, I don't have no regrets about going to work and focusing on having a kid and doing all that in my 20s.
You ain't never had a whole phase?
No.
Boo.
I don't think I will.
Boo. I don't know, man. Like these middle-aged women.
Name.
These middle-aged women.
I'm gonna end up dead, Greg. I'll be fucking up people's name. Look, I'll be calling you David straight to your face. You gonna be like, who is David?
Oh shit! Damn, man, you ain't no whole face, man.
I mean, I ain't perfect now. Don't just say that. But as far as you know, having a basketball team of dudes and
yeah.
And I don't agree with that with guys either. Like, you know, you're gonna get your heart broke. What are you gonna do with that information? Like, you gonna barbecue a meal, dude? Let's get this money.
Let me tell you about the funny thing about this whole phase stuff. And it took me. So I always tell a chick right now, cause like if I fuck with chicks right now, I tell them like, you have the perfect storm of a individual. You know, of course we should all big up ourselves, but I feel real honest in it, in that I had my whole phase in college. Okay. I've been married. Yeah. I've been divorced.
You got a few chicks.
I'm not one of the divorced people that's like, yeah, fuck this, I'm never doing it again. Yeah. I know I'm getting married again. I know it. Yeah, so like, I'm not afraid of it. Yeah. My therapy, counseling, all that shit, my age, like.
So for you, that is interesting. It seems like you would have a harder time with the women that's out here right now. That's like, cash out me, daddy. Cash out me, city girls, period.
So the reason why it's not hard. the reason why it's not hard is because I know what I want.
Are you looking for a certain age range?
No, I'm looking for a certain vibe. And truth be told,
that sounds toxic.
It's not. It really not. It really isn't. Okay. Like, truth be told, there is this one chick I was dealing with or whatnot that we recently. I don't know if we're on and off. I don't know what the fuck to call us or whatnot. She's cool vibe, dope chick or whatnot. Never have anything bad to say about her or whatnot. This, that, and the third. But like, because I'm so assured in knowing what I did right and knowing what I did wrong. Yeah. And knowing that like some married men, you know, they get divorced and they're just like, then they try and go through their whole phase and they try and run through good people or whatnot. So since I went to the AU, and at that point it was like blinking and breathing. Yeah. It was like fishing with dynamite or whatnot. as I'm in the phase that I'm in right now, I'm not chasing pussy. Yeah. I'm not. The only thing I'm chasing right now is my time back. Like when someone asks me what does success mean to you, success doesn't mean making 200,000, 300,000, 400,000. You know, I'm 6 figures. Hey now,
Flex.
I'm 6 figures, but like the most important part to me is getting my time back. Yeah. The most important part to me is if you was like, hey G, we about to go do such and such in Antigua.
For me, I need to know. Even if I don't plan it, I need to know, like, you know.
Fuck that. I don't need to plan it at all. Like, I've planned this year because, like I said, I've moved from I moved from, you know, being married, 4 kids,
Yeah.
to single. So this year was very, very much planned out. But like this year, like I'm still trying to decide whether I want to go see the Devontae Davis fight at the end of April or whatnot. But outside of that,
In Las Vegas.
Yeah. So outside of that, I know I'm about to hit South America again. I'm hitting Cape Verde.
Are you a passport bro?
I don't know what the fuck that means. Does that mean that
I
like
did a
I don't
viral
like
TikTok video about that? That men are mad at me. Let me tell you, men are mad at me. So, quick recap: a page called Passport Boys followed me on TikTok. They was liking all my videos, and I went and I looked at their shit because obviously Passport. Ooh, let me go look. Oh, he just had nothing but negative things to say about black women. And so I'm like, wait a minute, is this a movement? What the fuck? So I'm clicking on the hashtags and it's a movement. Let's hate on black women, blah, blah, blah. Come to find out, it's Passport Bros. And, you know, they go and they find their wife in another country because we're just angry black women. And we're just, you know,
that shit's
our
corny.
nails are too long and, you know.
That shit's corny as fuck to me. Yes,
Yeah.
I've met women from different countries, different cultures, whatever. But the reason that shit,
I think that's cool. Date who you want to date. Fuck who you want to fuck. But why you talking shit about black women on your way out? And you black.
So the reason why I say that shit's corny to me is because, like, when I marry again, and like I said, I know I'm getting married again, I want somebody that understands what the fuck I went through or whatnot. I want somebody that
the struggle.
Yeah.
Like, the struggle of being a black person in America.
Yeah, like,
and I touched on that in the video, and people kind of skipped over that. Like, oh no, you struggling. No, we struggling.
Nah, we struggling.
Black people are struggling.
I want to go home. I want to come home and
Americans
be
in
like,
general are struggling with the bullshit that they put on us.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I want to come home and be like, man, babe, you know, XYZ happened. I don't want Lupe saying, oh, let me cook you fucking arroz con pollo. No, I want a girl that's like, babe, I get it. Like, you know, like massage my back. I'll put up with quote unquote a little attitude or whatever, because if niggas is talking about like, nigga, the only reason a woman has an attitude with you is because you're trying to pick and choose quotes from the Bible, like you should be submissive, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you're trying to fit her into it.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
Maybe she struggling. Maybe she going through some shit at work as a black woman. Maybe she had a bad day. So, you know.
Yeah, so like, that.
It's the typical American shit. But the majority of the people that I know that, you know, end up or looking for relationships or in relationships, they don't have attitudes. Like the typical person, when they're around a man, they're nice. I'd be like, bitch, who are you?
The thing that removes attitudes is proper communication, and that's on both ends.
Yeah.
Like, if I sit here, if me and you hypothetically were relationship bound, whatever, if I'm not forthright and honest with you and very communicative with you, then that leaves room for you to sit here,
question, doubt, all of that. Yeah.
And that's what brings on that quote unquote attitude and like, nigga, just be communicative. Like, be upfront. So like, the shit's like that whole passport bro shit or black women, this, that, nah. I really, really have a feeling that when I do get married again, the woman that understands me is the woman that's from whatever city, USA, and she understands whatever struggle I've been through, and I understand her.
And that's beautiful.
Yeah, so.
And I've never, to be very clear, I've never been a hashtag black love person. Like, you find love wherever. Mm-hmm. But where they lost me in that movement is the whole, let me talk shit about the black women, because y'all, like, wait a minute. Because your mama black and your daughter gonna be black.
Them niggas that didn't get
it don't matter. It don't matter how light skinned she is, your daughter still gonna be black. So why are you talking shit? Like, it's beautiful if you really love that person, and vice versa. If a black woman goes and finds someone abroad,
them niggas just don't handle no well. That's all.
Yeah, it's very beautiful.
They just don't handle no well. Like I said, like.
Yeah, now you got to see some of the comments. They was going in on me. I'm like, oh, y'all mad.
That shit's corny. That shit's corny to me. Like,
y'all is mad.
You a corny nigga. That's corny shit to me. Like, you just don't handle no well. And if you looking for a yes person, like, I'm not looking for a yes person. I'm looking for somebody that'll challenge my mental or whatnot. I'm looking for somebody.
We'll have fun together.
Yeah, we can have fun together. We get one thing, and I heard this. Oh, it's crazy. We talking about black love. I heard this from a white couple. I don't know what the fuck job I was in, but I just happened to be over their house and they were just talking. And I don't know if it was the woman or the man. They said to me, if two people in a relationship agree on everything, one of them isn't needed. So, that being said, I don't need you to agree with me on everything.
I feel like one of them isn't needed and one of them isn't happy. And it's probably the same person.
And then at that point, now you're just covering.
Yeah.
You're just trying to cover shit up and you're trying to make it through and you're not addressing shit. But like, literally, if my girl agrees with me on everything, why the fuck do I need you? I could just look in the mirror and talk to my fucking self.
Yeah,
you know?
because I'm my best yes man. Like, yes, bitch, you got this.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I want you to just come at me every single time, but like, have your own fucking mind, so like we can literally talk about shit, you know? Yeah, so that passport, don't include me in that shit. I don't have a passport.
I'm gonna scratch Greg's name on the list for the passport bros.
Yeah, fuck that.
Okay, my last question. I need help with the teenage dating.
Okay.
I don't know. I was a chauffeur today. For my son on a date, and it was awkward. I don't feel like I'm old enough for this. I don't feel like I'm qualified, and
the only thing you can do, one, we have no control over anyone else, whether it be our children, our lovers, our co-workers. We have no control over anyone else.
Okay.
The only thing we have control over is what we instill in them. And if you feel as though you're confident in yourself enough to know that you instill the right values in your son, whatever the fuck happens. Not saying that like, you're not saying, yeah, baby, go out there, do whatever, make me grandma. No, you're not saying that. But you're saying,
Lord Jesus.
You're like one thing I used to always tell my kids.
That's not what I'm saying.
One thing I used to always tell my kids whenever they would leave my presence or whatnot, like I would tell my daughter, I would say, all right, be smart, be safe.
Yeah.
I can't tell her who the fuck. I can't tell, cause like I said, when I was young, I was, I'm fucking at 15, blah blah blah. I'm doing drugs. I'm just the most ignorant motherfucker. Mom, I hope you don't see this, but I'm one of the most ignorant motherfuckers at 14 and 15.
Yeah.
And so, because I don't want to be a fucking hypocrite in that shit, is the only thing I can say to my kids is like, be smart, be safe. Yeah. Make better choices, make better decisions. As long as you do that, and then whatever your belief is, you give it to God. You're like, please keep my child safe. You know, let my child know. Like my children always know I'm a phone call away. I would drive to Nashville right now. Right. If my daughter called me right the fuck now, I'd be like, all right, Tracy, I gotta go. Let me refill the motherfucking Infinity. I'm to Nashville. So, like, the only thing you can do in raising a teenager is hopefully that as you were raising them, you instilled all the lessons you learned from mom and dad. You instilled the things that you learned from mom and dad, but you wanted to do it different.
Yeah, I hope that he's watching, because for sure we are very great examples. Not only are we great examples for like what to do with working and discipline, working out, we both work out, all of that shit, but we're great examples of what not to do.
Oh, they're watching. Whenever we think they're not watching, they're always watching. And teenagers are the worst in giving their parents kudos. They are the worst. Like, I literally had a come to Jesus moment with my youngest, and it was just on some old. It was very random, but afterwards I called him. I was like, son, like I called my teeny little super guy, but he's like 6'4". Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you're my teeny little super guy, but like in this moment you was dad Superman or whatnot. But you never know what you instilled in your children until the day comes when they show you like, y'all were listening. So that's all you can do is just have faith in that. Okay, whatever I said or whatever I did or whatever I showed, it happens. And if your kid ain't been in jail or no shit like that, then you be like, all right, I'm doing something right.
We've been living here for a minute, so he ain't out there selling no water.
There it is.
I pat myself
you doing
on the
something
back
right.
for that.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Pat yourself on the back. You doing it right.
All right, we're gonna go to karaoke.
Y'all heard that? We about to go to karaoke.
We're gonna go to karaoke. We're gonna end this.
Yeah.
And thank you for coming to sit with me and talk.
Oh yeah, anytime. Y'all might see a part 2, cause like this right here.
Guests do return.
This here was real like freestyle. We didn't even know what the fuck we was talking about, but either way it goes. Like I said, my name is Greg.
Instagram.
G4 ROKKSTAR. Go ahead and follow me on that shit. If y'all got any events coming up and y'all need a DJ, I do DJ. I don't charge cheap though.
Quinceanera. You gonna do that?
I play Mexican shit too. Bad Bunny in this bitch. Hava tequila. Hava. We do all that shit. So let it be known. But yeah, we about to sign out on this motherfucker. We about to go get our motherfucking karaoke on and everything.
Free promo to Hip and Hops on the east side. Best Tuesday night spot in Atlanta.
Can't wait to see this. All right. Love y'all. Bye.
Thank y'all for listening.